Hey guys, welcome back. I am going to pull this garlic. I think because we had such a warm fall into winter that they did not do whatever they do when it gets cold, and they prematurely started growing and then it stunted them out. They are already turning quite brown in a lot of areas, and they haven't sized up hardly at all over the last couple of weeks. Some of them still look good, but many of them, they look like the dimension, like the diameter of like a pencil, a regular number two pencil. They haven't gotten pretty thick stalks up on them at all. They're already starting to brown almost to the top. You can see this is already starting to look pretty brown. And this one, half of them is already brown compared to the last couple of leaves. And I don't want to waste any of this garlic. I'm going to hopefully see if some of them are still salvageable. I did pull up some earlier, and I don't think they're going to get much bigger than this. Now, my other crop of garlic, they are doing really well. They will continue on for at least another 2 to 3 weeks. And I think by July, I'll be able to go ahead and pull the rest of them up. So let me go ahead, get this set up. We'll pull them out, see what we get. Yeah, I'm also getting extra bulbs of garlic on the actual bulb, the neck of the bulb, which I don't know what that means. We have to look it up, but it's like they're growing an additional bulb because I think they're just, I don't know what's going on with them, to be honest. I'm not even going to make up something because I don't know. I can't even come up with a good guess. No estimated guesses here. Educated, nothing. I have nothing. They're not too bad though. There are some that are looking pretty good, but yeah, many of them are double bulbing. Interesting. Let me see if I can show you another one. This one's kind of doing it pretty obvious. You've got the main bulb and then another protrusion right there. Not sure what is causing that, but I do have a few that look actually really nice. That's a really nice size one right there. I just don't want to wait too long for that papery skin to come off too much because then that'll cause the bulb to go bad and rot out. That papery skin is kind of like a protective layer. I'll get these in the garage, put them on our storing station, let them dry. I'm not going to wipe off any of this soil, let them dry completely, and then we'll finish the cleaning them up once they have cured. Some of these are looking pretty good. Probably not the best day to be pulling these because we just got slammed with more rain. If you can't tell how cloudy and kind of gross it is outside. Oh, look at that one. I'm not sure what is going on with some of these, but we'll let them all cure and we'll decide which ones are good. Ooh, that one's probably the biggest one we've got going on right here. Let me show you. Maybe. That one looks great. And just to give you reference, this is how big my hand is compared to the bulb size. Oh, that's garlic. Like these two are like right next to each other. I think a lot of it too is that this is on kind of a slope. After I planted them, a lot of them shifted towards the center of the bed. Here, let's just go ahead and pull out some of these weeds. Perfect. There is a tomato looking like it's going to ripen pretty quickly. I don't typically have any issues with, or let me put this down right here. I don't typically have any issues with birds or anything getting at my tomatoes. I don't really have a lot of pests. I think my pests are mostly aphids, and they usually aren't here for very long. But here is my other garlic bed. I have strawberries over here. I have no idea if they're good planting next to garlic or not. That's just where I put them. I have two peppers in there, which are finally starting to put on some height and some size. I think they do enjoy having some shade from the garlic, but I think they're gonna have to start coming out soon. Like these are already starting to flop over, and they're also having some protrusions as well. I might be able to leave them in just a little bit longer to get some bigger sizes, but I think they're still okay because they're just only turning brown at the bottom layer. But once I get about the halfway mark, I'm gonna go ahead and pull them up. Just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on with my other tomatoes, they are doing really great. There's a ton of them over here. There's lots, lots of fruit on here. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get these going. Romas are my favorite, especially on sandwiches. I know a lot of people rave about beefsteak sandwiches, beefsteak tomatoes, but I love Romas on there because they're not as juicy. Because I don't like a soggy sandwich, and I feel like beefsteak, the sandwiches are really soggy when you have those kinds of tomatoes. I just rather have Romas instead, and they're wonderful on sandwich. All these little critters. What's this one called? I don't know, but I see them everywhere. I did notice one thing in my zinnias, coming back over here to where my artichokes and things are. I noticed there is some dropping. I mean, it looks like a really nice place to have a little squat in the garden, but I don't know what it's from. I don't know if it's a caterpillar or if it's something else because I don't see any munching, just the remnants of food. All right. But that is all I have for today. Was just picking out some garlic. I really need to get that pansy out. It's struggling for life, but I figure if it wants to live, it'll just keep going whenever it's going. And that is basically it. We've been getting so much rain, we're being bogged down, so things aren't looking the best because of the rain. I think it's just stunting everybody because we do have clay soil when things get tamped down into the bottom. Everything seems to be draining pretty well, but the soil level, because of how much heavy, hard rain, I filled this up earlier and it is already dropped down 2 or 3 inches. So I can imagine the water log the plants are feeling right now. Guys, that is it for this video today. Oh, we can't see the top of my head. That is it for the video today. Hopefully, I will have some more things coming out in just a little bit. You should see another video earlier on the Messy June garden tour. I was really hoping to get done during the beginning of June, but with all the rain, as you'll see, it was not happening. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.